So at the game versus Millwall, there was a lot of scouts apparently, more than normal. Hello and welcome to this video. You could like, share and subscribe to the channel, much appreciate it. Liking out the algorithm, sharing gets in front of people's faces, and subscribing lets me know you like the channel. Hit that notification bell to let you know when video go live. So, Sheffield Wednesday boss Danny Rule said there was a lot of scouts at the Millwall game, more than normal. He said that there was a total of 25 from other clubs attending the weekend clash, which made clear he wasn't exactly sure who they were watching briefly on. Now, here's the thing. You never know. There could be scouts for people like, say, a Charles or a Beadle from the clubs. You got to think about Josh Windass has been getting a bit of attention with the transfer interest as well. And also, Danny himself has had interest from other clubs as well. But he described it as not normal, but he also suggests it's a sign of the continued progress of the club. He went on to say, one side we have to keep our good players. Today we had over 25 scouts in the stadium, and this is not normal. Wednesday against Millwall is a lot of scouts. It shows we are attracting our players. Our players are attracting. Hopefully we can have some good players for our squad. I don't know which players they want. Maybe some players from us, maybe some from the opposition, maybe some other things they want, I don't know. And this is one of the things where if you start getting people looking at your players, then that's a good thing, or to know what you can do. But the problem with that, if that is the case, then you've got to be ready with a plan B, ready for the inevitable. If say a player goes, we cannot have the situation where there isn't a plan if a player goes. Now, again, I will say this again. Everything at the minute with all the things that Danny said about Chansiri and vice versa and all that kind of stuff, we know everything at the minute doesn't sound rosy in the garden. It doesn't sound like it's a very good situation to be in for either manager or chairman. And we get that. I understand. Don't need to go in on me again going, well, we're not getting anyone, Jake. It's clear as day. He's not going to spend anything. And he might not. And we might have to be like ruining chances due to us not signing anyone. I.e. like we did in League One when we just got promoted kind of thing. And we have to make sure that if there is people coming to look at players, we have our set way of dealing with it. We have our set way of what a price is going to be. And we know what the route is. So if, say, player A goes, we're already looking at a player B to replace him. So we've got an idea of who it could be. Like, one of the things is we mentioned a couple of weeks ago that the Thomas Waddington was someone we in Middlesbrough were looking at. Now, apparently, us and Pompey are still interested, but QPR have put a bid in. So if QPR put a bid in, you kind of go, he's probably going to QPR then, isn't he? And you go with the whole thing again, down South London, easy to get to back home if you want to, from London, Heathrow kind of thing. A little bit easier for family and stuff like that. So you could have it that 19-year-old go to QPR and it's another one we may have been linked with and goes. But if we've got scouts in the stadium to looking at our players or even manager as such, then great. But we have to have a plan B, C, and D just in case that does happen. And the problem is, we're not a very good club at planning. We're just not very good at thinking ahead, thinking about the next 6 months, what will happen in the next 6 months if this person goes, or we got the player ready to go if this player goes. We're always on the here and now. We're always on the, if he goes, right, I need to get someone in now. We'll have a list of players who we're looking at, who we could replace them, but we haven't got that like automatic ready to go kind of situation. Well, that's what it looks like from the outside looking in. Scouts are good. It means we're getting better. Scouts means that players are improving. It means they're being looked at in a way. Like he said, they could have been looking at players at Millwall as well. So they could have found some players at Millwall they like as well. So it's stuff like that. We don't know. But at the end of the day, that's a lot of scouts for a Wednesday game. So we will have to see what we do and how we get on. Because it'll be very interesting to see what happens in that game. not in that game, in that period where the scouts are coming and if something clicks or something. Like I said, it could have been looking at our loan players and going, we know there's been a lot of interest with Charles recently. And maybe Charles is getting looked at by other clubs and other countries and stuff, because we already know Atalanta are interested. So it could be that as well. But let me know what you think about this. Is this a good thing or a bad thing? Let me know in the comment section below.